Hi, everyone. It is Jamie Joe right here at Madlet Musings, and I have one of my favorites. I have Lynette Eason with me. Good morning.
Good morning.
That was a really sappy introduction.
Not at all. Not at all. You can go back and fix it.
Oh, no, I won't because it's my honest feeling. You just might want to run because it sounded a little bit like a stalker, but
Not at all. All good. We're all good.
oh, fun. You have been a busy lady, and you already have another book coming out from Revell in August.
Yes, I do.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Target acquired. I like that title. Target acquired.
Thank you. I can't even remember what I had put on there, but they changed it, of course. But it was,
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah. I don't know if readers realize that as writers, we have what we call working titles because by the
Mm.
time the book actually gets printed, 9 times out of 10, you have a completely different title than what you
Yep.
originally thought.
Yep. Yep.
Yep.
I will say they kept the next book that's after Target Acquire, they kept the title for Serial Burn. So
Oh, well, that's a cool title. Serial
yeah, I
burn?
thought it was too.
I love
Yeah, and I
that.
guess they did too. So, but
So,
anyway,
so I'm going to assume that book two has an arsonist.
book three.
Book
This is
three.
book two. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, this is book
Serial burn
two.
has an arsonist, a serial arsonist. Hence the term serial burn. But yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Hey, thank
Okay.
you.
But we'll talk about Target acquired.
Yes, let's talk about that since that's the one that's coming out in August.
Right, right. Okay, so the question we all love and hate to love is what's your book about?
So, can I read the back cover copy?
Absolutely. Go for it.
Okay, because I am actually on the fourth book in this series, and so now let's see. Okay, so Kenzie is a SWAT medic, tactical medic, and she's the only female on the team, and she got the job because she was the most qualified. She was up against a couple of other men, and there's one guy on the team that doesn't like her very much, so he's the one that gives her the hard time,
Mhm.
that kind of thing. And then Cole, he is a detective, but he's also the SWAT leader, the team leader, the head honcho, so to speak,
Mhm.
of the SWAT team. So, when people aren't working in SWAT, they like such as Cole and James from my other book, Double Take, they are actually working as detectives with the police department. So,
Okay.
so SWAT is kind of an add-on, I guess, to
Mhm.
their duties. They want to do that, and because SWAT doesn't get called out every single day, so they
Right.
have to justify their pay, I guess. Anyway, um, so they do work other cases, but
Mhm.
in this book, I focus on the SWAT team
Okay.
and what SWAT does and the cases that they work on and that kind of thing. So, and of course, Kinsey, with her, she's actually a medical doctor and um, decided she wanted to be on the SWAT
Okay.
for reasons that I'm not going to go into, but you have to
Right.
read the book to find that
Right.
out. So
No
anyway, that's pretty
spoilers.
much what the book is about. Yeah, and somebody
Yeah.
doesn't want her there, so the Target acquired title
Okay.
comes from Kenzie being a target. So somebody's
Minor
trying to
detail.
get rid of her. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Minor detail.
Yeah. You just have a sniper after you. I mean,
Yeah,
everybody
yeah,
has snipers after them at some point in their life. Get over it, Kenzie.
absolutely. I know, right?
Oh, that's cool. Now, I've been hooked on the TV show SWAT.
Yeah,
Have you
yeah,
watched
I
that
love that.
one?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but don't believe everything you see on that show. But
Oh, I'm sure.
um,
I'm
yeah,
sure.
but I know you know that. But
Yeah.
I did my research more than just watch SWAT.
Yeah.
I actually have a FBI buddy who reads all my stuff, and it was interesting for me to note that FBI SWAT and like local police department SWAT are different. Like, I mean,
Really?
like some of their policies and stuff as far as who can date who within the um
Oh, sure.
yeah. And so she was like, no, this might not happen in FBI. And I was like, well, my guy in the police department SWAT said, yeah, nobody's going to tell you who you can and can't date, and that kind of stuff. So,
Interesting.
um, the fact that my character, my hero Cole, was Kenzie's supervisor, was something that I worked into the story,
Okay.
to make it more legit. But yeah. So anyway, I thought that was an interesting little bit of tidbit
That
of
is.
research there.
I would have thought that they would have pretty similar
No,
policies and structure, but
I
I
mean
guess
they
not.
they some and some things they do and some things they don't. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that's so fascinating. That's so fascinating. So if you were on a SWAT team, what position would you want? Would you want to be the medic or would you want to be the first one in the door?
Woo, no, I don't definitely wouldn't want to be the first one in the door. That's when the bomb goes off.
Right.
No, that's really good. I could see being a medic.
Okay.
Because the medics trained just like any other SWAT member. Like she's trained to do anything any other SWAT member would do. She
Right.
just has the medical training, and she's the one that you know cleans up the messes.
Hmm.
And not just for the team. Like if a bad guy gets shot on the scene, and she will take care of that person,
Yeah.
and just like any other doctor would do.
Yeah.
And so, but yeah, probably I don't know. I just found that really fascinating about
That is.
smart medics. So
Yeah.
I'd probably choose that. Yeah.
Yeah, based on what you just said, I don't know that I would be the best for the SWAT medic because if I had to give assistance and aid to the bad guy, I'd be like, you're going to die. I'm just going to make it look really good.
Well, there's that whole do no harm oath.
Right, which is why I wouldn't, I'd probably be the first one in the door. Like, it's probably better
Be the
off
one
if
to get
I
blown
die.
up.
Oopsies. Oh, well, I guess there's a reason why people have different parts on the SWAT team.
Yes, yes, definitely. Yeah.
Actually, if I'm really honest, I would never be on a SWAT team because I couldn't even run half a mile if I wanted
Oh,
to.
same, girl, same.
We'd be the most laughable SWAT team if we showed up. Everybody'd be like,
Oh, my word.
okay,
Now I can shoot though. I can hit a target.
atta girl.
I like bullseye.
Ooh,
I am a good shot. I go to the gun range. Oh
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I can tear up a target.
Ooh, that's a nice claim to fame.
I know,
That's
right?
way better than best-selling author. That's like
Uh,
I can tear up a target. That's cool. That's cool. Readers are like, we have a whole new level of awe and respect for Lynette Eason.
ooh. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should have admitted that. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. I think it's good. You're on a gun range. It's all safe. So
Yeah, thanks.
that's
Yeah,
cool.
it's all safe.
It's all safe. So, okay, why did you choose a sniper as the villain? Can I ask, or
I
is
just
that a
like,
loaded question, pun intended?
yeah. Well, okay. So I don't know. It just the story kind of just wrote it that way.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a pantser. So, um,
No
but
planning.
also it's kind of like poetic justice maybe. As we think about it, I mean, SWAT is snipers, and I don't know.
Yeah, yeah,
I
that's
had to
true.
make the bad guy, um, bad, so that my heroes can be better
Good. Okay.
and be heroes. There's a reason they're heroes, and so
Yeah.
I just thought, the bad guy being a sniper,
Hmm.
that's just kind of cool. I don't know.
It is. And it's also really scary because there's so much more camouflaged,
Yeah,
right?
and they know how to hide.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
And they can
yeah.
shoot from an extremely long
Mm-hmm.
distance, extremely accurate.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you think like it's not like you're hiding from somebody with a handgun around the corner, you could be
That is
walking
true.
down the street and somebody's 12 stories up and has you right in their
Mhm.
crosshairs.
That's true. And did you know there's a weapon? There's a gun. It's shaped with a 90-degree angle with a scope. And so you can be on this side of the wall and have the gun aimed around, and you don't have to expose yourself, and you can point it that way. And then there's like a mirror that shows you when your target comes out. You just pull the trigger, and boom, I know. Isn't that the coolest thing ever? I gotta work that in. I should have worked it into that story, but
That's
um
your goal for your next book, though.
I've been saving that one. Yeah, because that's just gotta be perfect.
How do they even work?
The bullets are chambered like in the rifle part. And
Okay.
I guess because the bullet doesn't go like 90
Right.
degrees, it just
Right.
goes straight. But the pressure when you pull the trigger, it sends the
Enough.
bullet out of the barrel. But you have that mirror up in the. I wish people.
Yeah.
I don't. People can't see me gesturing here, but um, but you have that mirror, so you have to be able to. You have to do a lot of practice with it, I think, to be really accurate. But
Yeah.
um, I know it's not.
That's
I saw
that's
that. I can't remember what it was called. I had it in my notes somewhere, but yeah. I mean,
it's
it's
kind
a
of like
tool.
humankind is doomed once you start having guns that shoot at
Yeah,
90-degree angles.
I know, right?
Yeah. Yeah. No
Yeah,
longer are we safe hiding behind a wall.
never, never. The stuff I come across in my research.
Oh, yeah, I can't imagine what you come across. It probably, do you feel safe when you
Yeah,
study all that stuff? Do you still feel safe?
I still feel safe. Yeah, pretty
Okay.
much. I take reasonable precautions in life, but
Well, that's good.
and I probably overthink some situations and sketchy people, but um, I feel I don't worry about stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, I get the overthinking though, and my daughter has unfortunately inherited it, probably because she grew up hearing me. We were in a coffee shop the other day, and this guy walks in, and the poor guy is probably just reading his morning newspaper, having a cup of coffee. She leans over and she whispers, "Mom, he looks like a killer. We better be on alert."
oh my word. Yeah.
I'm like, don't say that
Future
too loud,
writer,
honey.
future
Don't
writer.
say that too loud. I need to wear my writer shirt all the time, so it kind of is the free pass for the things we say aloud in our
No,
family.
yeah. Yes. Oh my word, that's silly. I have a t-shirt that says, I will put you in the trunk and help people look for you. Don't test me.
Oh, I love that.
Is that not the best shirt ever?
It is. It is. Oh, speaking of t-shirts, a
Yeah.
friend gave me one that said, and this one's popular. It says, I like murder shows, comfy clothes, and maybe three people. But I wore it the other day without thinking to my dad's retirement facility. And it has a big skull here on it, like, and then it has roses. So it looks like a skull rose tattoo. And then it's got these words. I didn't think, I just threw it on.
Yeah.
My dad was horrified. He, he was like an inch away from giving me a lecture like I was 12 about what we present to the community and the love and grace of Christ. And why are you watching murder shows? And as we're walking down the hall, he's horrified. This little adorable lady, lipstick, pearls, I mean, stereotypical elderly woman. She looks up, she reads my shirt, and she goes, "Oh, honey, I love you."
See, Dad?
And my dad was just like silent after that. He was like, "Never mind."
I love it. That's awesome.
It was great. It was great. So, okay, back to your book, Target Acquired.
Okay. I guess
We've
we can
gone
talk
all over
about
the place.
I know.
Oh, I love it. Okay, Kenzie and Cole, what's the dynamic between them besides the fact that they work together? Do they get along, or is this a friends to lovers, or a hate each other relationship, or what do we got going?
Yeah, this it's a more friends to lovers thing. She's always kind of had a crush on him, but
Okay.
um he's never seen her as more than a little sister kind of thing. They've known each other forever. But um I guess Cole is really determined to keep his distance from her because one, he's a supervisor, and
Hmm.
two, he's afraid to show her any special treatment because then the guys on the team are going to be like, oh, she can't hack it. She's a girl. She
Uh,
can't, if he's showing her special treatment. So he's almost more tough on her than he is anybody else on the team.
hmm.
And he at some point realizes that maybe I'm just alienating and showing the guys that I don't want her here either. It's not that he
Uh,
doesn't, but it comes
right,
across that way. And
right.
he's like, maybe. So he kind of does a mind shift and goes
Hmm.
into being nice to her. And she's like, what is wrong with you? What happened? And so, but then, he finally admits, he does have feelings for her, and
Hmm.
she's just kind of like, well, I'm not sure about this, even though inside she's like, okay, that's cool. I wanted this forever, and now I don't know what to do with this because we're on this SWAT team, and yeah, that just can't happen because I'm not letting some guy mess up my chances to be really
Right.
successful. So,
Yeah.
it's a
Yeah.
whole conflict,
Yeah.
the whole area of conflict. They obviously by the end of the book they work through it, but yeah, so they're friendly, but they're not
Okay.
like overly friendly. And when they
Hmm.
finally kiss, it's really sweet.
That's cool. I like that dynamic though, because really, yeah, she doesn't want to be undermined as a woman on the
Mhm.
team, and he's trying to respect that, but he's overkilling it.
Exactly. And so it's kind of like they have to find, oh, through the story, they
Uh-huh.
have to find that happy medium, and they have to find that
Right.
balance. And
Yeah.
and so yeah, and it's interesting. I was really trying not to overdo it with the whole I don't know, you don't belong on the team, you're a woman
Right.
kind of thing. But on TV, on SWAT,
Hmm.
there's a female on the team, and she's accepted just like anybody else. But in real life, after talking to some SWAT people, it does change the dynamic when you
Yeah.
have a woman in a group full of men in what's considered a man's environment, a
Right.
man's, I don't know, career, I guess.
Hmm. Hmm.
And I did my research, obviously, and I looked at, and there was basically only one. There hasn't been that many women on SWAT teams,
Okay.
um, and so and my editor even kind of questioned, would they give her such a hard time about this? And I'm like, yeah, yeah, they would.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is the feedback I got from real people, not
Hmm.
TV. So
Right.
yeah. So
Yeah.
that's kind of their dynamics. They work it out, but it's
Yeah.
it's interesting how they get there.
Yeah. I was thinking about that when I've watched SWAT, or you do read a book with a female SWAT person in it. I was kind of wondering what the percentage of women in SWAT really is versus fiction.
I think I actually had that number somewhere in my research. It was low. It was like
Hmm.
really low, like 5%, something like
Yeah.
that. Like
Yeah.
super low. Yeah.
Yeah. That would, yeah. Yeah. I don't know how many little girls grow up saying, I want to be on SWAT.
I know, right?
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. But there are some, and more power to them because, like I said before, I couldn't run a half a mile. So,
Yeah, me either. Honestly, I don't want to shoot anybody either. Targets are okay, but
no.
I just
Yeah.
don't want to shoot
Yeah.
anybody.
A black cartoon silhouette on a target is totally different
Very
than
different.
a human. Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
get you on that. So, all right. So, Target Acquired is out in August, and then there'll be more coming in this series, correct?
Yes, this will be the second book in the series. Double Take was number one.
Mhm.
Target Acquired is number two. Serial Burn is number three. And I got the title for the fourth one. It's called Final Approach, about
Ooh,
a sky marshal,
okay.
a flight, air
Yeah.
marshal. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense. Final approach.
Mm.
Clever. You're so
I
clever.
know. Yeah, Christine. She's in all the
Uh,
other books, but
yeah.
this is her story. It's the fourth
Okay.
one. That's the
Okay.
one I'm currently panic writing. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I get the panic writing. And sometimes those are the best ones.
Let's hope so. From your lips to God's ears to my writing.
Yeah. I can see the dedication now. To Jamie Joe Wright, if this stinks, it's her fault.
I will so put that in there.
I would laugh if you did. That would be hilarious.
Ah,
Oh, fun. Well, this is always a blast to have you here, and we'll look forward to chatting again in the future. But for now, everybody needs to run out and get Target acquired and get Double Take too. Book one if you haven't read it.
yeah, absolutely. Start with book one. You don't have to start with book one. Like each of the books are standalones,
Mhm.
but the characters are they show up, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, they
They
kind of
make
crisscross.
their cameos in each of
Yeah,
the stories. So, and
yeah.
I also want to mention, if you want to keep up with me in the books,
Hmm.
sign up for my newsletter.
Yes,
Yeah, I just
yes.
purged 1,000 people this morning out of my newsletter. I did.
Oh, a
And I
thousand
only did
people.
that because they hadn't opened one newsletter in 2 years. And so, yeah, if you don't open my newsletter in 2 years, I'm going to purge you because I have to pay for your spot.
Right,
So,
right. Yeah, I don't know if readers realize that authors have to pay for the spots on their newsletter, which we are more than happy to do
absolutely.
if
If
you
you're
read the
reading it,
newsletter. Right,
yeah.
right. Well, and I'll put this plug in too. There are a ton of author newsletters, but yours is also interesting. Like, I don't mean that to slam anybody's newsletters, but there's some that you're kind of like, I don't know. And then there's Lynette Eason's, which you're like, auto click open.
Oh, thank you. I
So,
try. And I give away something every newsletter. You get a
yes.
free read every newsletter.
Well, that's should be motivation enough. I can't believe you had to purge 1,000 people.
I know, right? Well, they haven't opened it to figure it out. So,
Right, right. Well, they're lost. There's 1,000 new spots available. Go sign up. Take a spot. It's open.
yes, please, please, please. Yes.
Oh, fun. All right. Well, and they can find the newsletter at lynetteeason.com.
Yeah. And
Okay.
just scroll down to the middle of the page. It's right
Okay.
there.
All right.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, thanks for being here today, and we
Thank
will
you for
have
having
you
me.
again.
All right. I look forward to it.